Hi, my name's Annabel and welcome to this step-by-step tutorial video on how to use our Property Refurbishment Spreadsheet. This spreadsheet has been designed to break down the work needed on any type of property or refurbishment project, including your own home. This spreadsheet is perfect for all types of refurbishment work, big or small. This product also contains an interactive Gantt chart to help you schedule your project and has a dedicated tab for adding your contractor information. This video aims to run you through every element of this spreadsheet. If you've already purchased this product, feel free to have it open on your device whilst watching this video. Equally, if you're watching to see if this product is right for you, feel free to take notes and reach out to me directly on Etsy if you have any further questions after watching this tutorial. All the links to our listings will be displayed in the bio below. For this video, I'll be using the Google Sheets version. When you open the spreadsheet, I highly recommend reading everything in the Instructions tab first. However, as you're watching this video tutorial, I will explain the steps. Please note that this tab contains instructions on unlocking the spreadsheet further down if you wish to play around with the formulas, but please do this at your own risk. If you are using the Google Sheets version, you'll notice a big instruction at the top of this tab. You need to go to File, Make a Copy, in order to edit this spreadsheet. This is because this is my master copy. Therefore, I cannot allow editor access to my customers, as everyone would be using it simultaneously. Remember to save your copy under the property address name and save it in a relevant folder. Let's start in the Refurb Table tab. The Refurb Table tab is where you will enter most of your key information. It's divided into two main steps: entering your budget and completing the refurb table. As a general rule, fill out this tab from top to bottom and only edit the cells highlighted in light grey or any row in the table. Start by selecting your currency at the top of the tab, entering the full address for the property you are looking to refurbish, as well as the total square meterage of the property. Then, go to step 1 and enter your budget for the project. Underneath, add a contingency percentage of your choice to allow for any additional unbudgeted costs that may crop up. You will then see the total budget amount appear below. Once you've set your budget, scroll down to the refurb table. Here, you'll provide details of each task that needs to be completed to refurbish the property. Start by entering the task on the far left and the area of the property where the work will take place. For example, adding new carpets in the master bedroom. There are 20 areas to choose from, ranging from the front and back garden, an ensuite, bedrooms 1 to 5, a lounge and a garage. There is also an option to choose an extension for bigger projects, as well as the roof, the loft and the whole property. If an area you need isn't listed, select Other and provide further details in the task cell. For each task, try to provide as much detail about it as possible. Feel free to add this further information in the details column to the right. Once you have entered a task, enter the estimated cost in the column to the right. If you have been given a quote already, enter this into the quoted cost column, making sure to include any value added tax or VAT into the figure. If you haven't been given a quote yet, leave this blank for now. The next column to the right will calculate the difference in cost between the estimated and quoted costs received. You may find this helpful in seeing how close or far away your cost was for the task needed, and guide your estimations for future projects. Lastly, there is an extra column on the far right for any additional notes about the task you may want to write down. Fill out as many columns as you can for each task needed. In this table, there are 100 rows to allow for 100 tasks for the project. If you need more than 100 rows, please get in touch so I can customize the size for you. Or if you are an Excel wizard, feel free to edit yourself by dragging the columns down and adjusting the budgeting formulas. But please do this at your own risk. As you fill out more rows, you'll notice the graphs and charts at the top of the spreadsheet begin to fill in. The dashboard on the left will give you 4 figures: the total refurbishment cost, the money left in the budget, the total estimated cost, and the total quoted cost. The total refurbishment cost takes the total quoted cost and works your chosen contingency percentage into the calculation. The total quoted and estimated costs take the sum of the columns in the refurb table. The money left in the deal takes the total budget and minuses this amount by the total refurbishment cost. Use these figures to keep track of how much money you have left to allocate and whether you have gone over budget. The pie chart will show you where your budget is being spent in terms of location. For example, is it mainly going on the new kitchen or being spent on the garden? This is to show you where most of your money is going and where you could potentially reduce costs if you need to. Lastly, the bar chart to the right compares the estimated and quoted costs, and the total budget spent is represented as a percentage at the top of the tab. Once you've added all your tasks, head over to the Contractor Details tab. Here you can add the details of up to 22 different contractors you may want to use for your project. Start by adding their name, job or jobs, and contact details, including their phone number or email address. If they have a website or social media page, feel free to add these to the relevant columns. Repeat this step for all the contractors you may want to use for the project. This is an important step because this list of contractor names will then be used in the next tab when we allocate a task to each person or company to complete. This tab also helps to keep all their details in one place and can be used to refer back to in future projects. Lastly, let's look at the Gantt Chart tab. Here you'll find an interactive Gantt chart to help schedule your project. A Gantt chart is a project management tool used to visualize your project over time. If used correctly, it can help improve your planning and scheduling to ensure everything is running smoothly and on time. You may want to share this schedule with everyone working on the refurb project to understand when everybody's jobs will take place. Start by entering the project start date and the display week. The display week is the week you want to view on the Gantt chart. The chart can display 4 weeks at a time. So if your project is longer than this, you may want to see beyond this time frame. To do so, enter any number between 0 and the number of weeks your project will take into the display week cell to see the full project schedule. As a reference, display week 1 will always show the first week where the start date falls. Next, fill out the columns in the table below, which are titled in the black font only. You will notice the task and the area of the property will already be displayed in the table to save you from writing out each task again. Allocate a contractor to each task from the drop-down menu. Make sure you filled out the Contractor Details tab beforehand to be given an allocated list. Then, give each task a status. Select from Not assigned yet, Waiting for quote, Not started yet, Work in progress, Work completed, and Paid and finalised. Depending on the status, the progress column on the right will automatically display a percentage figure. Finally, add a start and end date for each task. As you add these dates, they will automatically appear as a new bar on the Gantt chart, but only if the start and end date fall within the display week period. Depending on the status percentage for that particular task, the bar will fill in green to indicate how far along into the task you are. Add the start and end dates for all tasks to view them on the Gantt chart. To see how far along or behind you are in your refurbishment project, you can compare the timeline with today's date. You will notice 2 dark vertical lines that will indicate today's date. Use this to match what task or tasks are happening now and whether you are on track to complete that task by the end date. As you move forward with your project, feel free to adjust the timescale of any tasks that may need longer to complete. If you need to add more tasks, go back to the Refurb Table tab, enter the details, and allocate a start and end date for the project in the Gantt Chart table. As you've just witnessed, you can see how you can use this spreadsheet for project managing your refurbishment and keeping an eye on your budget. If you need to modify a task or quote, you can always go back and amend it as needed. The Gantt chart should be used as a visual aid which can be shared with others on the project to keep on track. Remember, this spreadsheet is to be used as a tool to help you track your budget and project management. If there are costs that you haven't entered, you risk going over budget and messing with your spending. Please use this as an investment tool rather than view it as a reflection of your project spending. The more tasks and costs you fill in, the more accurate your refurbishment spending will become. If you want to compare your established budget figure with the rest of the costs associated with your property purchase, feel free to check out our Property Investment Analysis spreadsheet on our Etsy shop. This tool helps you compare finance options, as well as different strategies for the property you are looking to invest in. There is a UK version, which calculates stamp duty land tax in England for higher tax bracket properties, and an international version to add your own taxes. To view the full listing, check out the link in the bio below. If you have any questions about how to use your spreadsheet that I've missed in this video, please get in touch and let me know. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Until next time.